All right, we got last celebration. Atlanta rapper life ended on his birthday, running from the police. We finna get right into this and see what it's about. Make sure I run the likes up, stuff, you know, all that good stuff. Now I seen, like, before I get into this video, I just seen a post saying the police didn't, you know, shoot him. I don't know the situation, but I seen a post saying that he bled out from like a leg injury. That's what caused his death. So we gonna get into this video right here, but I don't know if they gonna touch on that in this video. But I just literally seen that probably like 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago before I just was about to start reacting to this guy. I was scrolling on IG, not TikTok, IG and Twitter, X. I was just scrolling on, so that's where I seen it at. But we gonna get into this one, man. Y'all can follow me on Twitch. We gonna be live on Twitch. I'm actually live on Twitch right now, so if y'all wanna, you know, catch the streams, follow me on Twitch. And if you wanna reach out to me, my IG at the bottom of the screen as well. But without further ado, let's get right into it.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
Guess hanging out with us today
From the squad, Brick Squad.
That's right, Scooter.
Young
What's
Scooter.
going on with it?
It's against Trap OG, Young Scooter. What's up, Scooter?
What's with it?
What's going on with you? What Scooter been on?
Man, same old shit, man. Working.
Said it's
Goddamn,
working.
nigga, we had to track your ass down. They got there get you on big fat. Nigga, been coming to your spots, all kind of shit.
I told Bank Screen, I said, he called me, he said, well, we gotta get you there. I said, man, I've been running for you.
Hell no.
Work, work, work. On Little Mexico, pushing bricks from the east to the west coast.
Right at MOK, we're going to have one van fully involved. Going to be blocking lanes 4 and the exit ramp. 17s are going to leave room for you to come on around us. Once you get here, we'll take one more lane for you.
Gotcha. We're right about half a mile out. Ready to receive truck 102 to AP 42 hours.
Hey, firm, I'll give the person a call.
I have you transport from headquarters.
Yes, ma'am.
Just never know when your time gonna come. And here it is today. We're talking about a man who was celebrating his birthday. Now, fam, I'm gonna say this out the gate. Some people might believe this story and some people might not. But I'm only here to present what's being presented to the public. Now, you hear reports that the Atlanta rapper, Young Scooter, lost his life by an officer. But after doing my homework, it seemed that wasn't the case. As people just running to the internet with the first narrative they hit. It seemed like this man, who we'll later discuss and pay our respects to and go over his career, had lost his life by running from the police on his birthday. And it seemed, according to what's being presented to the public, he didn't die from a gunshot wound. He died from a leg injury.
I was just now saying that before I got into this because I didn't know what this video was going to go into. I don't know if this channel had just instantly posted right when it happened because, of course, when the story first broke, it was that the police officers did take his life. So, okay, bro did his research first before just posting this video, which that's always a good thing because narratives get pushed and you just got to touch bases on everything at least before, you know, just, oh yeah, the cops did this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, you never know. Like, we don't know what happened. It could have just been like they said a leg injury and he bled out from it like they were saying, but you got to wait to the final, after everything said and done, you gotta wait till the, you know, pretty much the smoke clear and the truth will unfold. It's just facts.
Away hopping fences. Now, not much being presented, but I got the 911 calls. And I also got the police report. So before we go over this one, as we pay our respects and go over these details, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no anger. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. It's sad news to know, man, you can lose your life on your birthday. Well, unfortunately,
facts,
that was the case for
every day.
Kenneth Bailey. Born March 28th, 1986, also known by his rap stage name as Young Scooter. He was an American rapper from Atlanta, Georgia. Some say he's best friends with the Atlanta rapper Future. He's also a part of his label Free Bands. In 2012, the following year, he signed with Waka Flocka Flame's Brick Squad Monopoly, an imprint on Gucci Mane's 1017 Records. He gained national recognition for his collaboration with rappers, as well as his mixtape with Street Lottery in 2012 with the lead single, Columbia. The song did so well and managed to have a remix with Birdman, Rick Ross, and Gucci Mane.
Mexico, pushing bricks from the east to the west coast.
His guest appearance on Future and Juice WRLD song in 2018 made his first entry on the Billboard Hot 100.
I'm the Jewel King, got $1 million worth of Eliante on everything. Half of these rap be fake, I know.
Like Young Scooter verse, he referenced to himself as the Jug King. Some reference to Young Scooter as the real Atlanta. Nowadays, Young Scooter seldomly raps. He embraced being a father and scouting talent. Now, Young Scooter was born in Walterboro, South Carolina.
What up, bro? Welcome to the chat.
When he was 9, his family moved to the Kirkwood community, aka Little Mexico of Atlanta, Georgia. In 2008, after he was charged with drug trafficking, he decided to start pursuing the rap career with his childhood friend and Atlanta rapper, Future. He was arrested for probation violation during a traffic stop in DeKalb County in Georgia in April 8, 2013. He shared a jail cell with frequent collaborator Gucci Mane, who was arrested for probation violation on April 12, 2013. Young Scooter spent 6 months in custody before being released in mid-October 2013. On March 2, 2015, Young Scooter was released off probation.
He on bad duties right
and his
now,
career
man.
would take off.
Jewel with the gang, come eat with the gang. You'll get your head bust for a watch and a chain.
And Young Scooter beat the odds. And he noticed that even 10 years ago, in an hour-plus interview he did with Vlad TV, he talked about having over 20 friends died in the streets. Check out that one segment of that hour-plus interview.
In the song 80s Baby, you said that your daddy is a user.
Oh yeah, yep, that's how I grew up, man.
So that's true? That wasn't just a song?
Yeah, that's true. Everything about it true. You see what it say? Crack baby, man. You see what that say? If my daddy smoked dope, that make you a crack baby. So that's it. You gotta just listen to all my music, like 80s Baby is seriously. Like a lot of folks wonder, like, man, what is he talking about? But it's real.
What do you think was the most difficult thing growing up and having your dad use?
I don't really know because I ain't never had one, so I really couldn't tell you. Like, I just go with the flow, but I just know it's hard. Like, you ain't gonna make it too far. Like, you'll be in trouble. Like, some kids really don't, but like, the majority, like 90% out of 100, most of them gonna be locked up or just hustling. Without no daddy, that's all you got, because you're gonna be out there wandering in the streets. Every boy love their mama, but like they want their daddy around. But if he ain't, then you know you all out. You just TTG, you just train to go. You just do anything. But fortunately for me, I ain't never had no daddy, so I just did anything anyway.
Like how often would you see your father, when you were young?
In the period, I ain't really seen him about once or twice a year. I've been going years without seeing my daddy, so you know what I'm saying? I don't even dwell on that. I just keep working.
I feel you. So I mean, growing up in this type of environment, like how old were you when you first started getting involved in street business?
About 13, 14 years old.
That's about the normal age, man.
13, 14 years old.
You like in middle school, like finishing up middle school, kind of going into like freshman year, shit like that. That's about the time where people normally do get involved into the bullshit for real. Cause shit, you think you grown, like that's that transition right there, bro. You feel like you grown, you ain't gotta listen. You do what you want to do and shit, bro. And that shit can end bad though. Like shit really be real out here, man. Don't nobody play safe.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember what got you into it initially?
No, just being around and living in that atmosphere. Like when you living in the streets and you can't move out the hood, then that's all you know. Then that's what it's gonna be.
That's right.
It ain't gonna be like, I wish I could play football or basketball. Like I wish that's the route I would have took, than the streets and do this. But you know what I'm saying? God do everything for a reason. I'm still breathing, so this how I eat rap. So that's what I'm going with,
I mean, a lot of kids get into it because they have to help support their families.
Yeah.
Was that the case for you?
Yeah, you got to do that.
Glad saying that like he know that, bro. You only know that because freaking maybe people you interview, they say that. Like that's why you speaking on it like that. Cause like Vlad, be for real, bro. You can't relate to this nigga, bro. You can't relate. You ain't never been having a. I'm not saying he come from a wealthy family or nothing. I'm just saying it's like different atmospheres and different territories, bro. Like he's not from that same environment as a young Scooter or people that go through this shit, similar shit like him. You're not from that same atmosphere. So you just speaking on because like somebody came up to you and was like, hey man, you know, I only jumped out there because man, my mom was struggling with bills, bro. So I had to figure out some way to help her. So I selling a little dope here, bro. You know, I ain't want to work no 9 to 5, bro. That shit, you know, I ain't got time for that, man. You know, I can make some quick money in these streets. So why would I do a 9 to 5? That's how that story probably went 9 times out of 10, bro.
I had to help support your family. Like, I got 2 kids, so you know how that is. 2 kids, you gonna have to do whatever, anything for profit. You gotta have your kids need a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Kids are expensive, man.
Yeah. You know, we talked about last time, you know, that you were friends with Doe B before he got killed. Like, if you look back on your life, how many friends do you think you've lost?
Doe B was buddy from like Alabama or something, right? With the eye patch, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, from violence.
Man, it's a lot. Like more than 20. It's a lot.
20?
I say like probably, I just say like my close people, not that many, but like just people I know, it's a good bit. Like not like my inner circle, like I really ain't lost none. But like people I just know, a lot.
What you mean, what's a 95?
How many close friends do you think, I mean, not do you think, but how many of your actual close friends that you still talk to?
Oh, a 9 to 5. So a 9 to 5, bro, like, you know, a job.
You know, are in prison
like
right now doing long bids.
A 9 to 5, like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. type shit.
I say about 20.
20 people.
Yeah.
20 people. What's the longest bid someone's doing right now that you're close to?
40.
40 years.
Yeah.
Shit, my uncle doing fucking life. Cook, bro. Cook. So and like he's saying though, man, it's the environment, man. Wherever you just playing the cards you were dealt in most of these situations, right? It sucks. But hey, at the end of the day, man, shit happens. I might even do a story time on my aunt, bro. One of these days I might do a story time on live, bro. But shit just, you know, he played the cards he was dealt, man. I'm glad I ain't, you know, have to go through the rough like that for real, man. I had the opportunity, I was given the opportunity to get out of the environment that I was in before, like, I took a bad route, bro. I'm talking about for the worst route. So luckily I was just like snatched out of there by the grace of God, you know. Snatched out of there and boom. We gonna put you over here where it's a little bit, you know, you safer over here. You ain't gotta worry about, you know, the BS. But shit, BS still came. I wasn't living suburban and, you know, great. But I wasn't in an environment where I could like easily adapt to all that because where I moved to other places, it's new territory to me, man. I'm not gonna be representing what these motherfuckers represent because I'm not from here. I'm not gonna be getting involved in shit that they get involved in because I'm not from here. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I did get involved in a little bit of shit because I got homeboys and shit, of course. So stuff like that, it just came with it. But as far as having to be like full-fledged out there doing some crazy wild, nah, I ain't have to really go through no shit like that. Luckily.
Damn. You don't have to say any names, but what did this person get 40 years doing?
No, he just like took an aggravated assault to trial and got 40 years.
God.
How old was he when he went in? When he got that 40 years?
Probably about 18, 19.
So you talking about someone getting out?
Sadly, just 10 years after that interview downtown Atlanta, which happens to be just blocks away from State Farm Arena, where the Sweet 16 of the NCAA college basketball tournament was underway, Atlanta police around 6:45 got a disturbance of domestic violence. Apparently, young Scooter, 39 years old, was one of 2 suspects they were pursuing after a call. The caller also mentioned that weapons were involved. Young Scooter and the other suspect ran from the home on William Nye Drive. APD say one suspect returned to the house, but young Scooter continued to run. And it was while he was running from the police, he had jumped 2 sets of fences that somehow he injured his leg. He was rushed to Grady where he died. The GBI-GA has been requested to investigate. Atlanta police officers said no officers fired their weapons during the pursuit of young Scooter, but it was initially reported that he broke a bone in his leg. But I guess we'll only find out once they release the autopsy.
I'm about to say, you gotta wait for the autopsy, bro. And that's crazy, too, just to know, like, because they said, he was 39 or 40. So I was seeing a lot of, like, comments on that shit, too. It was like, man, he too old to be running from the police still. Like, he's 16 years old, bro, blah, blah, blah. Like, people saying all this. But it's low-key, like, I can agree with that a little bit. But then again, I'm like, once you have a record, it's low-key kind of hard to not, because you can't get certain jobs. You be stuck working, little dead-end jobs if you got a felony or whatever. So it's like, it's easier to fall back into the same shit you was doing. Now, yes, him being 39 years old, 40 years old, he should have been, like, more out the way, which I think that's what he was. I think he was just a family man, bro. He was out the way, but in this situation, probably got caught up in some shit. He probably didn't get caught up into too much, bro. Man was going out for his birthday. Of course, guns gonna be in the picture because, he probably a felon, but that's not gonna stop a motherfucker from having a gun. Because that ain't gonna, just because you don't carry one, don't mean somebody gonna spare your life. And him being a rapper or known as a trapper or somebody with money, bro, you already a target. So some way, somehow, he gonna have guns. Could he hire security? Yes, he should have. Yes, but who knows, man? We weren't there, so it's just like we can't tell this man how or what he should have done, bro. I said I can't run from him because my fat ass kind of slow. That's crazy, bro.
We are following breaking news right now in the city of Atlanta. We're just
definitely
minutes ago.
Don't run from them, though, bro. At all. No matter how big you are, don't run from the motherfuckers. At the end of the day, some of them gonna be, a little trigger happy. So you don't want to run from them.
Atlanta police held a news conference about the death of a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, also known as rapper Young Scooter. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live for us tonight right outside of Atlanta Police Headquarters. Cody, you just stepped out of that briefing from police. A lot going on tonight. What have you learned?
Well, Jennifer, the main thing we want to set straight here, the lieutenant over homicide with Atlanta police saying they did not, in fact, shoot young Scooter. They say there were no shots fired during this ordeal tonight on William Nye Drive. I believe we have a live look at that scene right now. What Atlanta police say did happen this evening is that they were responding to a call from a home there on William Nye Drive involving a disturbance with weapons. As officers got on scene, they got reports that there was a woman involved in this, possibly shots fired, and that she was taken back into the home. However, at this hour, they cannot find that woman. What they did find in the home were 2 male suspects. One of those males returned from the home after running away. That second suspect never returned, and we're told as he was making his way from that home, he actually jumped 2 fences. It was during one of those jumps he landed and somehow broke a leg. Some were hearing initial reports it was a femur. Again, we don't know the details of exactly the injuries, but tonight the medical examiner says a cause and manner of death have not been confirmed. But again, this is now confirmed to be Bailey, a based rapper here in Atlanta known as Young Scooter. While there are reports coming in from across the country tonight that Atlanta police shot this rapper, they say that is in fact not true, and the GBI has been requested to that scene that you're looking at, William Nye Drive, to give a third-party investigation. But again, to walk you through, there's a lot of confusion tonight with this story. APD responded to that home involving a weapons dispute. At some point, they got a report shots were fired, and again, a woman might have been taken in the home when officers got there. They did not find that. They say those two men ran from the home. One returned to that house. The other one, who was young Scooter, again, jumped 2 fences, and during that run over those fences,
being nosy as hell, got her face all in the damn window, bro.
he fell, and what we heard originally was fractured or broke his femur. He was rushed to Grady, where he died there in the ER. So again, a lot to still uncover on this situation, but Atlanta police wanted to make it very clear tonight. They are saying their officers did not fire a weapon, and that young Scooter died as he was fleeing from that scene on William Nye Drive. Of course, for his family, a heartbreaking situation.
That's crazy to even hear that. Like, bro, broke his leg, fractured his leg, whatever. And of course, one of the main arteries is right there. So bleeding out is definitely a possibility there. Bled out from his leg, and that's that, bro. That's
and a
crazy,
very
bro.
active investigation going on out there, not only with Atlanta police, but also with the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. They will do an independent investigation and release those findings in the coming weeks or months. But Jennifer, a busy night in Atlanta, and of course, this news hitting the industry, music industry, very hard as news is spreading across the country about young Scooter's death.
Now, of course, you can expect an update soon, like why young Scooter was there, who exactly called 911, and why they had to brandish firearms on his birthday. Nonetheless, very unfortunate that he lost his life. And if what Atlanta police is saying is true, the fact he lost his life running from authorities due to a bone injury is even more crazy. I'm sending 11 prayers to his family. Once again, rest in peace to young Scooter. Fam, this was the story of an Atlanta rapper who lost his life on his birthday, man. After authorities got a call of a disturbance at a local Atlanta home.
That man was not trying to go back to jail. Whatever happened, he was not trying to go back to jail, man. Because it might have been like a probation violation. It would have been, bro. That's most likely why he was running. That's most likely why he was running. He was not trying to go back, bro. And it sucks that his life ended on his birthday running from the police. Like, that's sad, man.
Well, he was one of 2 suspects who ran away, and unfortunately, he lost his life in the process. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then,
Yo, shout out to the Family TV, man. But this is the end of that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below, man. Shit crazy, bro.